Thunder's Mouth Theatre presents. Hello, and welcome to this bonus episode, which I'm placing here as a tribute to my very dear friend, fellow actress and voice coach, Allana Noyes. Allana sadly passed away recently after a very short illness. Those of you who've been listening to the podcast from the beginning will recall that Allana is the voice of Georgina, otherwise known in the family as Georgie, and she also plays Flora, Georgie's mother. Allana and I first met up in Brisbane in 1998 in a production of Shakespeare's The Life and Death of King John, directed by Paul Sherman for Trocadero Productions, in which Allana played Constance and I played Eleanor. We remained firm friends, and I am missing her terribly. Now, just to give you some context for these extracts featuring Allana, for those of you who are new to the audio fiction comedy Am I Old Yet, Helen, our chief protagonist, is Australian but lives in London. She has an older sister, Marion, who lives in Rockhampton, Queensland, with her son Walter and his wife Flora. Georgie is their daughter, and when we first encounter Georgie in episode 4, Caught Out, of season 1, she has just moved to Sydney to work for the publishing company Wilkinson Balliol, run by Helen's oldest friend, Joey Wilkinson. Helen has been commissioned by Joey to write her memoir. In this episode, she receives an unexpected call on Skype from Georgie. Enjoy.
What the? Oh, hello? Georgie? Georgina?
Yes, it's me, Auntie Helen. I hope this isn't a bad time for you. Should I call back? I tried to check the time zone, but maybe I got it wrong.
Oh, not at all, Georgie. It's about 9 a.m. here. What time have you got? Where are you?
It's 7 p.m. here. I'm in Sydney.
Oh, lucky you. Well, are you lucky to be there? Do you like it?
Oh, I love it to bits. I've got a great new job, really nice flat, and a bloke. What more could one want?
Not sure I know. I thought you were doing well in your old job.
I was. Just fancied a change.
And the bloke, how long has this been going on?
Oh, about 10 years. Same one as the last time we met, when you were in Brisbane.
Oh, yes, nice bloke. I still approve. How's everybody else?
Well, that's partly why I'm calling. It's about Nan.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't worry. It's not bad. It's not really bad. It's just that she fell over in the garden yesterday and she's in hospital just to be checked over. They don't think she broke anything, but Dad asked me to let you know.
Okay, well, that's very kind. Thank you. And thank your dad for me too. How's Marion coping?
Much better than we thought. She's quite enjoying all the attention. Not in any pain, but just a bit unsteady on her feet. So they're running tests.
Oh, that's good. Good
Yes.
to be on the safe side.
How are you? Are you well? You're in lockdown again, aren't you? How do you cope with that? It must be awful.
I'm fine. I just stayed in lockdown, never bothered to come out of it. Seemed like the sensible way to behave.
Wow. That's amazing. What's that? A year in lockdown? You must be absolutely desperate for it to end.
No, I'm desperate for the pandemic to end. And that's not going to happen as long as people keep breaking out of lockdown and refusing to have the vaccine.
You think?
Pretty sure. According to everything we know about how pandemics work and how COVID-19 works, seems obvious to me.
But how do you manage? Aren't you climbing the walls?
Yes, great view from the top of the walls. Only kidding, Georgie. I keep busy. I do stuff. You must have heard about me. I'm the sister who does stuff.
To be honest, Auntie Helen, yes, I've heard that mentioned a few hundred times a year. Which reminds me.
Oh, yes, you said there was another reason for this call.
Yes, this is a bit sensitive. Not sure where to begin.
Spit it out, honey. Better out than in.
Yes. All right, then. It's my new job with Wilkinson Balliol Publishing.
Oh, and in what capacity? What's the job?
Editorial assistant to Joanna Wilkinson.
Oh, Joanna Wilkinson.
Yes. And she wants to know when she can expect the first draft of your new book.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Auntie Helen. If it's any consolation, she doesn't know we're related yet.
Oh, don't you dare tell her.
I won't. But you know what the publishing world is like. Very hard to keep a secret. And it would be so much simpler if you would just send her the draft. Have you finished it yet?
Not really.
Halfway? A quarter? Have you started it? Oh, please tell me you've started it.
Tried. I really have, Georgina. I have tried and tried, but I just can't do it.
Why not? You've loads of stuff to write about. As you say, you do stuff. You've had so many careers in so many countries over so many years.
Well, that's a gross exaggeration, Georgie, and you know it. I've had a moderately interesting life so far, but it hasn't been exceptional. I'm not famous. I haven't won anything. I worked as a secretary, got promoted to editor, so I've edited a few mildly well-known authors in my time, and I've written some poetry. That's about it. I don't write about myself. I write about gardens. I do not do memoir. I have no idea why Joanna thinks I could, let alone should.
Because she does. And I trust her judgment. And you agreed to do it.
No, not really. I just told her to give me some time.
And she did. 2 years, Auntie Helen. And she's under the impression that you've been working hard at it. And it's only because of the pandemic that she's been holding a fire. She's a very impatient person. I'm impressed at how patient she's been with you.
Aha. Now I see how you got the job.
What do you mean?
Because you're good at it.
Yes, I am. And if Joanna wants your memoir, I'm going to make sure she gets it.
But I don't want to do it.
Auntie Helen, you don't think you want to do it, but once you get started, you're going to enjoy it.
I am?
I can guarantee it. You can say what you like. You can rant all your rants. You can throw the odd poem in. It'll be great.
I can? I thought I had to write a proper memoir like Clive James or, I don't know, someone who writes memoirs.
No, Auntie Helen, you don't have to write like anyone else, just like yourself. That's what Joanna wants to pay you for.
Really?
Really. But she's not going to send you the advance until she gets the first draft. That's the deal. I've seen it in writing with your signature on it. So no more excuses. Just do it.
Gosh, you're a tough cookie.
I know. And it takes one to know one. And I'm tasty too.
I know you are. Oh, all right. I'll have another go at it. When I've finished editing this book on floral arrangements.
Why don't you start right there? Write about editing a book on floral arrangements. That will make you think of something else. So you write about that and so on.
Oh, well, I never would have thought of that. Georgie, you are a genius.
I know. Okay, I'll leave you to it and I'll call you again in a week's time.
A week? Oh, shoot. Okay, all right. I'm hyperventilating here, you know.
I think I'll give Jamie a call now. Haven't spoken to her in Ages.
Oh, no. Oh, please, Georgie, please don't tell her about the book.
I knew it. You haven't told her. Well, let me put it this way. If you hit 5,000 words in a week, send them to me. And I won't call Janie till then. Get it?
Got it.
Good. Take care, Auntie Helen.
Bye, Georgie.
Now, the next time we catch up with Georgie is in episode 8 of season 1, More Secrets. Helen's daughter Janie drops in on Helen for a visit just as Georgie calls in via Skype to see how Helen, the reluctant memoirist, is getting on.
Mom, there's a Skype call coming through. Shall I answer it? Mom? Oh. Hello?
Hello? Helen?
No, I'm afraid she's busy. Can I take a message? It's her daughter Janie here.
Janie? It's Georgie.
Georgie!
How are you doing?
Gosh, of course it's you. I'm fine. How are you? I thought you were going to call me at home.
Oh, I am. I just thought I'd give your mother a shout first.
Oh, well, that's nice.
You were on my list for tomorrow.
Did you want to leave a message for Mum? She's taking a shower.
No, just tell her I'll call. So how are you? What are you doing these days?
Me? Oh, same as usual. Looking after the family and the garden. Oh, it's lovely just now. Late spring, but very welcome nonetheless. And you? What are you up to at the moment?
Well, I've moved to Sydney, got a great new job in another publishing house, looking after a few hand-picked writers, including your mother. How good is that?
Sounds like your dream job.
Oh, it is. And I'm not even joking. I'm having the best time. So, Janie, tell me, or tell me to mind my own business if you like, but don't you ever write anything yourself?
Me? Oh, no, I'm not a writer. I wouldn't know where to start.
But you're a great storyteller.
What, me? I don't tell stories. Whatever gave you that idea?
You did, when I was little. Don't you remember? Mum and Dad were having trouble getting me to learn to read, and you were staying with us over the summer holidays, and you would read me bedtime stories.
Oh, yes. Oh, that was fun. I loved reading to you.
And then, one day, you told me a story off the top of your head, and I loved it so much I wanted it again the next night. And you said, no, I can't do that. I can't remember what I said. That's why we have books, so we can put the words into them and then we can read them over and over if we want to. And the next day, you wrote a story in an exercise book and showed me how the letters and the words kept the story safe. And you did that over and over again for weeks. And so then I learned to read. And now here I am, publishing books. All you're doing, Janie.
Good heavens. I never dreamt I would have thought it. But yes, I do remember. I remember teaching you the letters and putting the words on the page, sounding them out, putting them together.
You're a great teacher, but you're also a great storyteller. Such an imagination, Janie.
Well, I guess I probably did back then when I was a child, and I guess I just grew out of it.
Oh, I don't believe that for a second. You don't grow out of something like that, Janie. I bet you could still tell a good story.
What? Make it up?
Well, that's pretty much what stories are, made up, hey? Here's a thought. Why don't you write down a couple of short stories and send them to me?
What? Don't be silly, Georgie. I'm not a writer, not like Mum.
No one is a writer like your mum, Janie. Be a writer like you.
Oh, I couldn't. Whatever would she think?
Well, I suspect she'd be as proud as Punch. Come on, Janie, why not? Give it a go.
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Because it wouldn't be right.
Why not?
Because, well, look, think of all those proper writers sending in their manuscripts that never get read because nobody's heard of them. And then suppose you published mine just because you're my cousin. I couldn't do that.
You really are a chip off the old block, Janie. Principles?
What's wrong with having principles?
Not a thing.
And I am nothing like my mother. Don't know why you would think such a thing.
Have we got a visitor, Janie?
No, Mum, it's Georgie on Skype.
I'll be right down.
I heard that. Listen, Janie, I'll do you a deal. You send me 2 stories. I'll pass them straight over to one of our readers with at least 2 other unsolicited manuscripts. If the reader gives them back to me, I'll get back to you.
Well, I'll have to think about it.
Don't think, do.
Well, please don't tell Mum.
Nearly there. Hi, Georgie.
I won't, I promise. Hi, Helen. Janie, just do it. It'll be fun.
Move over, Janie. Hey, Georgie, what'll be fun? I'll leave you to it. Thanks, Janie. Coffee, please.
Sure.
Did you tell her? Did you mention the memoir?
Of course not. You keep your end of the bargain, I keep mine. But you'll have to tell us sometime.
Of course. So, what did you think?
Oh, I think it's all fine as a start. And now you just have to keep it up. I'll send you some notes. Nothing to worry about, I promise you. Just an idea or two. You know, you could maybe expand on a few things. You know what I mean. But it's all good stuff, Helen.
Now we skip along to episode 21, Rockhampton Days, where we find Georgie on holiday at her parents' house in Rocky, calling up Helen to see how the book is coming along. Allana not only plays both Georgie and Flora in this episode, but she also provided the recording of the bats and the birds taken while she was working in the area shortly before we recorded this episode. Flora's husband, who is Helen's nephew Walter, is played by Allana's husband Bob, Robert Ashdown. Oh, hang on, Georgie, please. Stay. Hang on there. Oh, Georgie.
There you are.
I'm so sorry.
Honey Helen, I was about to give up.
I lost half an hour somewhere between the supermarket and my front door.
Not a problem. You're here now. You okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm just feeling a bit silly. I cannot get used to the fact that I keep on being late these days. What's with that? Georgie, what is that noise? I can hardly hear you.
Noise? Oh, it's the flying foxes over the
Oh, yes, of course. You're practically next door to the botanical gardens, aren't
Indeed
you?
we are. I'm so used to it, I hardly notice it.
Sorry?
I said I'm used to it now. I hardly notice it.
Well, sorry, Georgie, but I'm really struggling to make out what you're saying. Could you maybe close a window or something?
Hi, Auntie Helen.
Oh, hi, Flora. Lovely to see you.
You too. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I was just saying I can hardly hear you guys for the bats. Any chance you could close a window or two?
Close a window? Helen, this house is a Queenslander.
Oh, yes, of course. Wooden slats with gaps.
Yes. Bloody hot up here. Bloody hot. And we're in sunny Rockhampton, where it's a cool 23 degrees today, in the middle of winter.
Well, that can't be bad. But, I don't know, maybe your incredibly clever daughter could move to the middle of the house? I'm being a pest, I know, but my hearing ain't what it used to be.
I understand. I can barely hear her, and I'm standing right next to her. Come on, Georgie. I'll help you.
Thanks, Flora. I really appreciate it.
Pass me the cable.
And tell Georgie I'm sorry for taking up her time like
I'll
this.
get her set up in the sitting room. It's the quietest place.
I was late already.
Late? Aunt Helen, don't you let her have a go at you. She's on Rocky time, like the rest of us. No such thing as late. How about you sit here, Georgie? I'll plug you in. Okay, I'll leave you two to it. I just wanted to say hello.
I'm so glad you did. I hope you don't mind me interrupting your time with Georgie.
Not at all. Can't wait to get rid of the child.
Mum?
See how she bites? Too easy. I'll let you get on. Good to see you. Looking good, Aunt
You're
Helen.
very kind.
She's not kind. She's a mean old woman.
Georgina, are you calling your mother an old woman?
Every time she refers to me as a child, Auntie Helen.
Oh, fair enough.
Is it tea time yet? Shall I go into the sitting room?
No, Mum. You come into the kitchen with
But
me.
I'm ready for my tea. Where's Wally? Isn't it tea time?
Not yet. Soon.
Georgie, is your gran okay?
Not really. Not much we can do, though. She just wants Dad around all the time, and she refuses to remember who Mum is.
Oh, that's hard. At least she remembers he's Wally. Last time we spoke, she was calling him Richard.
Yeah. Sometimes she thinks he's Granddad. Dad gets a bit grumpy, of course, but Mum just puts up with it like a saint.
Really? A saint?
Oh, I suppose not. Just a very, very kind and patient woman. I simply do not know how she does it. But listen, we better get on. I've just got a few notes on what you sent me for the memoir. I think you're on a roll, don't you?
Well, maybe. I'm on a bit of a slide. Feels more like thin ice. Okay, hit me with it. Oh, blast. Sorry, Georgie. It's just Janie. I'll leave her a message.
Oh, don't do that. I'm not in a hurry. Answer it.
Oh, okay, thanks. Won't be a tick. Janie?
Hi, Mom.
What is it, sweetheart?
How are you?
I'm good. You okay?
Sure, I'm fine. You busy?
I'm on a Skype call to Georgie.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're all right. She says she's not in a hurry.
Why are you Skype calling with Georgie? Was she looking for me?
No? Why would she be looking for you?
Oh, no reason. Just for a chat, maybe. Oh, it's about your memoir, isn't it?
Plus, she's my great niece. I like her.
Oh, me too.
She's visiting her parents in Rockhampton.
Well, that's nice. Give my love to Flora and Wally, will you? And Aunt Marion. And the bats. I can hear them here. I'd better let you get on with it.
Hang on. Why did you call me? Do you need anything? Oh, by the way, have you read Seven Little Australians lately?
No? Why?
Because if you drop over later, you can borrow my copy. I found it last night in the box in the loft.
Oh, well, maybe I shall.
Oh, look, it's Wally. He's here. Wally, darling, did you bring me chocolate?
Not this time, Mum. There's still plenty in the larder if you will.
Oh, Walter, don't. I'm trying to help her to lose weight.
Oh, sorry. Why? She's not fat.
No, but she would be if she ate all the chocolate you bring her.
Okay, Janie. Bye, darling. I'll see you later then.
Bye, Mom.
Sorry about that, Georgie. Any more notes for me?
How's Janie? Did I hear you offering her a copy of Seven Little Australians?
Yes, you did. She's on some weird kick of reading children's books. I'm trying to be helpful. Any suggestions?
Well, how about Snugglepot and Cuddle Pie? Or the Magic Pudding?
The Magic Pudding!
Yeah?
What a great idea. I've never read it myself. Always meant to get round to it.
You get it over there.
Oh, you can get anything over here.
That's good.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realise you were working here. Oh, was that you, Aunt Helen?
Yes, it's me, Aunt Helen. Is that you, nephew Walter?
Yes, it's me, nephew Walter. What are you two on about? Is this a family call?
It's both. Family and work. I'm doing some work with Georgie and she's family.
Right, I suppose that makes sense.
Look in the tree. It's a koala. Walter, Georgina, come and look.
Really? Mum, is it a koala?
Hang on. Where? I can't see it. Are you sure? That's a rain tree, Mum. Koalas don't live
But
there.
I can see it. Look there, on that big curly
I
branch.
can see something, Walter. Not sure what it is.
Oh, yes. I see what you mean.
It's
Hey,
a
Georgina,
koala.
come and see this.
I found a koala.
You better go and see for yourself, Georgie.
Okay, thanks, Auntie Helen. I'll be back.
You better be. I want to hear all about it. Take a photo.
Yeah, righto.
That's so funny. Why are you laughing at the poor koala?
Well, it's not a koala, Mum. It's a cat.
No, it's not. I know what a koala looks like.
Well, I promise you, Mum, It's actually Roger, next door's cat. Koalas don't live in rain trees.
You okay there, Aunt Helen? Did you hear all that kerfuffle?
I think so. So it's not a koala after all?
No, poor Mum. She keeps looking for them. Sometimes it's a crow, sometimes it's a bat. This time it's next door's cat. Walter's going to try to get it down.
Is that
What do you think I'm
wise?
being? Come and hold the ladder for
He
me.
has to persuade Mum that she's wrong every time.
Ouch!
What is it?
Damn thing scratched me.
I'm not surprised. I don't think he wanted to come down. He was having a quiet nap.
Well, thanks for the sympathy. Come and give me a hand with the ladder.
Oh, poor Walter.
Don't worry, he's used to it. That cat hates
Oh,
him.
no. Oh, dear. Oh. Flora, don't you have a zoo there with a koala sanctuary?
Yes?
Why not take Marion there for some respite? See if she can overdose on koala cuteness.
You know, that's not a bad idea. We haven't been there for years. Usually only go if we have overseas visitors. And that's not going to happen anytime soon. I'll see if I can persuade Georgie to come with me while she's here. At least Mum knows who she is.
Oh, yes, I heard. I'm so sorry. It must be very hard for you.
Oh, I don't mind. She's a dear thing. She's still remarkably fit, you know, considering. It's just her mind that's dropping in and out of focus from time to time. Okay, I'll leave you with Georgie.
Bye, Flora.
Okay, I'm back. Now, where were we?
You were telling me how great my writing was.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I suppose it was. Now, you know, when you write about people rather than events, it's so colourful and fun.
Gosh, who knew?
I knew.
And now here is episode 6 of season 7. Can you keep a secret? I didn't realise how many secrets were involved in Allana's episodes. This is the next time when we encounter Georgie. At this stage of Helen's life, she has been gifted superpowers by some ancient Greek deities, one of whom, Hermes, has transformed himself into a dog in order to help Helen out. And he is accompanying Susie, Helen's granddaughter, staying in Georgie's flat in Sydney. Georgie has no idea what's going on, but she has plenty of ideas as to what can be done about it. Oh, come on, Skypey, be nice. Oh, there you are. Georgie.
Honey, Helen.
Oh, how lovely to see you, Georgina. Looking wonderful. Being head of editing seems to suit you.
I don't know about that, Auntie Helen. I'm surviving, that's for sure.
Well, that's something. How's Sydney?
Pretty warm. Not on fire, though.
Well, that's something else altogether.
Oh, yeah, and your darling granddaughter, my little cousin, is being a huge help to me. Thank you for sharing her with me.
You're welcome. Well, sort of welcome, if you know what I mean. I miss her terribly. So she's behaving herself?
Of course. Oh, she's just lovely. And that beautiful dog with the weird name, Hermes. I'd ask you, what was that about?
Oh, you met him, did you? Was he at your place for long?
2 visits, 2 days each. Very well behaved, but it's all very mysterious. Oh, come on, Auntie Helen. You have to tell me. Is it anything to do with the dogs in Central Australia suddenly howling litter up into the sky? Aha, because that just started when the dog Hermes disappeared for 2 days. Is there a connection?
Well...
You know, we heard about it happening in the UK. We had journalists and scientists booking trips over there to check it out. But they couldn't figure it out, apparently. They all came home with their metaphorical tails between their legs, and then suddenly it's happening here.
So what was it about Susie's doggy pal that made you think he might have something to do with it?
It was the way he looked at me. Not really like a dog at all. I was creepy at first, but he kind of won me over.
Oh, yes, he does that.
So you do know. Come on.
Georgie, you must realise that if I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Oh, yeah. So do it. Tell me and I'll die happy.
But I love you too much. I don't want to.
Oh, so it really is a super duper dead secret. Are you in any danger?
No more than usual.
What do you mean?
Well, with the state of my inevitably failing body and mind, I'm in danger of bumping into things and slipping on stairs and chatting to total strangers in the park that I think I've recognised, but it's not them at all.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I didn't realise. Are you really that old?
Believe it or not, Georgie, darling, I am. I put it off for as long as I could, but the days of elderliness have finally caught up with me.
What are you doing messing about with dangerous dogs then? Who got you into
Oh,
this?
Hermes isn't dangerous, Georgie. He's a sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
Bit mischievous, but no, his days of messing with our lives for the sheer fun of it are way past. Now he's actually trying to help us to help ourselves.
By us, you mean humans?
Oh, not just humans. He and his family have realised, just as a few of us humans have realised, that life on Earth does not revolve around us, and that the more we mess with it, the worse off all living species are.
So he's not actually a dog, is he?
No, but you absolutely cannot tell anyone, and I mean anyone, understand?
Yes. Not even Joey?
Oh, especially not Joey. My super darling bestie and your boss, I know exactly what she would do if she knew. She would commission someone to write a book about it and have it on the bookshelves within minutes.
And that's a bad thing? Why? Wouldn't it make sense if people knew and they could help?
Well, you obviously have much more faith in the altruistic nature of humanity than I do. I have been advised to keep it secret to avoid the press getting hold of it.
But this is a good news story. Some magical beings helping to clean up the planet? God, who wouldn't want to know about that?
Anyone who's presently making money out of selling rubbish that's difficult to clean up by normal means. Anyone whose business model depends on more and more crap coming into our lives. Making things with built-in obsolescence. All the councils that fail to provide enough bins or bin collection. Oh, no, hang on, no, not them. They should be extremely happy that we're doing their job for them. But you know what I mean, Georgie. The press doesn't like good news stories. They don't sell as well as the bad ones.
Yes, I know, and I see what you mean. But I don't agree. You know people are as likely to click on cute and kind stories as they are on the bad and scary
What,
ones.
you mean positive clickbait?
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't thought of that. Oh, maybe you're right. I wonder if we could start a campaign, TikTok or something.
Yeah.
Flood it with positive stories of tidy streets, clean rivers.
Yes. Like when that bunch of people went up Mount Kosciuszko recently and they had litter pickers and bin bags cleaning up the paths. There was huge coverage on social media. Well, the mainstream media didn't cover it. Well, no, they were too busy banging on about wars and murders. But you're right. And social media is where people are looking these days. Why not take advantage of it?
Do you know, Georgie, I think you're onto something.
Mm-hmm.
I need to check it out with my team.
Your team? You have a team? Hey, Auntie Helen.
Oh, don't get overexcited. It's just your cousin Janie and her man Jonathan and Susie and Charlie.
Who's Charlie?
What? She hasn't even mentioned him. Long-time school friend, part-time boyfriend over here.
Okay. Anyone else?
Oh, yes, I've a professor of mathematics who keeps an eye on the science of it all with some of his sciencey colleagues.
Oh, is that Misha?
Oh, she's mentioned him, has she?
Yeah. She was saying you'd met this amazing maths guy in the park and he was helping you with a project. I was hugely curious. She wouldn't go any further than that.
Ah, good for her.
Oh.
Well, he's now working with some people in the States who are going to collect the rubbish up in the sky and compress it into tiny satellite containers that they'll probably eventually do something like, I don't know, shoot them into the sun or something.
Oh, wow. You mean that's supposed to solve the Earth's dependence on landfill?
Absolutely not. The only thing that'll solve that will be us humans giving up our addiction to disposable stuff and reducing the amount of stuff being disposed of to a manageable amount.
Right. And how do you propose to get that happening?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Do you?
No, not at the moment.
No. Depressing, isn't it?
Yeah. Surely.
What? Surely what? Have you thought of something?
Well, I just thought if you can gather a team that helped you out with the canine litter moving logistics, perhaps you could get one with expertise in mobilising people for a good cause.
Oh, yes. Now, where would I find those kinds of people?
Charities, people who run them, philanthropic people.
Philanthropic? You mean rich people who donate to good causes?
Yeah, I guess so. Do you know any?
Not personally, but as it happens, I'm about to meet a few. Now, how did they know?
Sorry? Who? How did who know what?
The people who've been manipulating this whole crazy adventure all along.
And they are?
Nope, not yet. You have enough super confidential information to be hanging on to for the moment. I tell you what, Georgie, after I've consulted with the team, I'll get back to you to say whether or not you can tell Joey. We've got to do this right. Understand?
Okay.
Georgie?
Oh, yes, I understand. I was just thinking.
Yes?
Our marketing department, they know how to run campaigns on TikTok and other social media platforms. Just saying.
Georgie, you are an angel.
Aha.
Gotta go. I'll be in touch. Love to Susie and Joey.
All right. Yep. Love to you, Auntie Helen. Bye.
That was Can You Keep a Secret? Episode 6 of Season 7 of Am I Old Yet? You heard the Australian actress and voice coach Allana Noyes as Georgie and me, Floyd Kennedy, as Helen. The music is by John T LaBarbera from his album In the Labyrinth, available on Bandcamp. Well, there we go. For those of you who knew and loved Allana, I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of flavour of her clowning around with me. It was an absolute joy. And for those of you who didn't know her, I hope you've enjoyed this little taste of the extracts from the podcast from days of yore. Just for the record, everyone that wasn't Allana or Bob was played by me. And yes, the music was John T LaBarbera's gorgeous In the Labyrinth. Just to let you know, I'm working on Season 9. It should be, I should be able to start releasing it sometime, hopefully before January is finished. I'm up to episode 6 on the writing process, but we've got to wait for everybody to finish their holidays and stuff before we can get down to recording. So there we go, something to look forward to. And I'll talk to you then. Have a wonderful festive season. Take care. Bye.